There's something special about stepping into a 1950s home. The warm wood, the soft colors, the tiny details that made every corner feel alive. Even today, these old houses can feel like time capsules, showing us what comfort looked like in a slower, gentler age. Back then, the world was rebuilding after the war. Families were growing fast, and people believed the future was bright. Homes were built with hope, care, and a surprising amount of personality. And even though many of those features have faded away, they still live in old photos, old memories, and the stories passed down from one generation to the next. Today, we're looking at 10 features of 1950s homes that we simply don't build anymore. 1. Pink tile bathrooms, the reign of Mamie Pink. Pink bathrooms were more than a design trend, they were a national movement. It all started with First Lady Mamie Eisenhower, who loved the color so much that people began calling it Mamie Pink. Entire bathrooms were tiled from floor to ceiling in soft rosy shades. The sinks, tubs, and even the toilets often matched, creating a warm, cozy glow. These bathrooms made people feel cheerful and proud, especially during a time when families were settling into new homes. Back then, color symbolized optimism. These spaces weren't just functional, they were a statement of hope for the future. But as decades passed, tastes shifted to white, gray, and minimal tones. People began to see colored fixtures as outdated. Builders also realized plain neutral bathrooms sold faster and cheaper. That is how pink bathrooms quietly disappeared. Yet for many, the memory of that warm blush tile still brings back a smile. 2. Knotty pine walls. Warmth that felt like a cabin walk into a 1950s den, and you might feel like you just stepped into a cozy mountain lodge. That's because knotty pine paneling was everywhere. It was warm, homey, and full of character. Each knot in the wood told its own little story, like nature writing its memories into the walls. Families loved the feeling it created, safe, calm, and comforting. The wood also aged beautifully, turning richer and deeper with time. In many homes, these rooms became the place where birthdays were celebrated and holiday gatherings took place. But as the years rolled by, people wanted brighter spaces with sleeker lines. Dark wood started to feel old-fashioned. The rise of drywall and white paint made pine paneling seem heavy and dated. Builders chose cheaper, faster materials. And so, the warm glow of knotty pine slowly faded from new homes. Still, for anyone who grew up in a pine den, the memory is as warm as the wood itself. 3. Built-in phone nooks, the original communication station. Before smartphones, before cordless phones, before even push-button dialing, families had phone nooks. These tiny built-in spaces were often found in hallways or kitchens. They had a curve in the wall, a little shelf, and sometimes even a small bench. This was where important calls happened. Kids whispered secrets there. Parents called doctors, neighbors, or the school. It was like a tiny stage in the middle of the home where pieces of family life unfolded. The design made phones feel special, almost magical. But as technology changed, phones shrank and moved all over the house. Cordless phones ended the need for a fixed spot. Smartphones finished the job. Builders stopped including phone nooks because they no longer served a purpose. Today, only older homes still hold these little shrines to communication. And when you see one, it feels like opening a chapter from a family's story. 4. Milk doors. A secret portal for daily life. In many 1950s houses, you would find a small door built right into the kitchen wall. It was called the milk door. Delivery men would quietly place glass bottles of fresh milk inside, and families would open the door from the inside to take them. It made mornings feel a little magical. You didn't have to go outside. You didn't even have to talk to anyone. Milk just appeared. This tiny door symbolized trust. Neighbors knew their delivery man and the world felt safe. But as supermarkets spread across America, the need for daily milk delivery faded. Homes no longer needed special doors. Builders stopped installing them. Soon, the little milk door became a forgotten relic of a slower, more personal time. Even today, Finding one in an old house sparks a warm kind of surprise, like discovering a friendly ghost from the past. 5. Breezeways. The cool path between home and garage. A breezeway was a covered walkway connecting the house to the garage. In the 1950s, these spaces were practical, beautiful, and often the coolest place in the house on a warm summer day. Families used them as play areas, storage spots, or shaded spaces to sit and chat. The name breezeway came from the way fresh air flowed freely through the open sides. It felt peaceful, almost like a porch mixed with a hallway. But as air conditioning became common, homeowners no longer relied on natural airflow. Builders shifted toward attached garages and climate-controlled interiors. Breezeways disappeared in favor of tighter, fully enclosed designs. Today, they live on in older neighborhoods where you can still imagine kids running through them on sunny afternoons. They remind us of a time when architecture invited nature in, instead of sealing it out. 6. Decorative glass blocks. Light without losing privacy. Many 1950s bathrooms, entryways, and basements used glass blocks to bring in soft, glowing light. These blocks created beautiful patterns as sunlight passed through them. They also kept rooms private, which was important for bathrooms and front doors. The effect was timeless and almost dreamy. When you walked past a wall of glass blocks, the light looked like water moving gently across the surface. But styles changed. People wanted cleaner lines and clearer windows. Glass blocks were seen as too heavy or too retro. Builders replaced them with plain windows or solid walls. It was faster and cheaper. Slowly, these glowing walls vanished. Still, when you see glass blocks today, they instantly transport you back to a golden era of design, one that valued charm over convenience. 7. Metal kitchen cabinets, built to last forever. In the 1950s, metal kitchen cabinets were the height of modern living. They were fire-resistant, easy to clean, and built like small safes. Families loved how solid and shiny they looked. Many were finished in cheerful colors like turquoise, cream, or sunshine yellow. Advertisements promised they would last a lifetime, and many of them did. But metal dents easily, and over time people preferred wood cabinets with a softer look. Builders also found wood cheaper and easier to install. Metal cabinets faded out of new construction. Today, they have a special retro charm, but they're rarely made. When you find them in an old home, they feel like artifacts of a hopeful age, an age excited about the future of technology inside the kitchen. 8. Radiant floor heating. Warmth from below. Some 1950s homes had radiant floor heating, where warm water pipes ran under the flooring. On cold mornings, stepping onto a warm floor felt like stepping into pure comfort. Families loved how evenly the heat spread through the room. It felt gentle, quiet, and natural. But installation was expensive, and when systems broke, repairs were costly. Over time, forced air heating took over because it was cheaper and easier for builders. Radiant floors faded from common designs. Even today, people talk fondly about the warmth under their feet, remembering winter mornings when the whole house felt like a warm blanket. It was a feature ahead of its time, yet forgotten by modern construction. 9. Carports. The modern look that didn't last. Carports were open-sided shelters for cars. In the 1950s, they were stylish, modern, and perfect for the new American suburbs. They fit the clean, futuristic look of mid-century design. People liked how breezy and simple they were. Kids used them as play areas. Families held barbecues under them. They were more than parking spots. They were part of everyday life. But as winters got harsher and car theft became a worry, families wanted fully enclosed garages. Builders responded. Carports slowly disappeared from new homes. Only older neighborhoods still show that iconic open design. When you see one today, it feels like looking at the dreams of a generation that believed the future would always be bright and warm. 10. Patterned linoleum floors. The heart of the 1950s. Kitchen step into a 1950s kitchen, and you'd often find colorful linoleum floors with cheerful patterns. Flowers, diamonds, checkers. Every design seemed to smile at you. Linoleum was affordable, durable, and easy to clean. It also made kitchens feel alive and full of personality. Families spent a lot of time in the kitchen, so adding color felt important. But as vinyl flooring took over and trends shifted to wood or tile, patterned linoleum lost its place. People wanted simpler looks. Builders chose cheaper materials. Slowly, the colorful floors were removed or covered. Yet those old patterns still spark memories of warm kitchens, busy mornings, and the sound of radio music in the air. They remind us of the heart of the 1950s home, the kitchen where family life truly happened. Thanks for rewinding with us. Homes change, trends change, and the world keeps moving forward. But the charm of the 1950s still lives in our memories and in the stories we tell. If you enjoyed this little trip back in time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more journeys into America's past. Until next time, thanks for rewinding with us.